serving on the council and serving in this community. I think we're at a crosshair in our community where the citizens and our law enforcement, our police officers, and some way and somehow we must regain the trust and confidence on both sides. And we will be doing some things to try to do that. Right now, I think it's at the lowest of the lowest. I think we've been here before and we got through it. I think we'll get through it this time. However, there must be, I think, some things that must be said that the public will know that we are working on some things to make things better for our community. And first of all, first and foremost, we definitely want to stop the killing, stop the shooting, stop the stealing, and stop everything that is illegal. And at the same time, we want our law enforcement officer to display the common courtesy and decency to our citizens. Mr. Glenn Ray will speak, and I'll be back at the end of this. I have some DVD that I will pass out to the news media, that you will be able to hear some things that were stated and given to me from a 17-year veteran of the Anderson Police Department. These are not my words. These are the words that were given unto me.
Is this man still employed
And I don't think that we should hold them silent, but the community should know. And I am thankful that the law enforcement are here. So we expect to have a respectable conference. And if anyone else wants to speak once we finish, then they can do that. But right now, we're here from Mr. Ray.
And I'd like to thank all of you for coming out. I don't want you to think that this is an attack on the police force, because it's not. We have some good officers in this town, and we want to respect these officers. But we also want the respect from the officers. For too long, we've been called first name nigger, second name boy. Before they even ask you for your driver's license, they said, get out the car, nigger. With bogus charges filed on individuals that they know not true from day one. And I have some information right here. I'm not going to just sit here and talk and not backing it up. I have information in my hand where a law enforcement officer, a detective from the county department, went into a house, charged a man for having 28 grams of drugs, put him on a $301,000 bond, and he knew it was a lie from day one. He got on the witness stand and swore under oath that he found this in the house, putting finance burden on the family. Now these are the kind of things. As a matter of fact, I want to welcome him here today, Carter Allen. Right there, welcome you, Carter Allen. Welcome you. These are the kind of officers that we got to get rid of. These are the kind of officers that we can't tolerate. Anytime that an officer put false charges on an individual and the case be thrown out, 28 grams, he know if he found 28 grams or not. How can you sit there and put these things on an individual and you know you're lying, but you're running through the system? These are the type of things that we say that we got to stop. If a man do something, if he's guilty, then he should pay the price.
Right.
And that's anybody. I don't care if you black or white.
That's right.
You should pay the price if you break the law.
That's
That's
right.
right.
But a law enforcement officers have no right to false accuse anyone. Anyone. $301,000 bond. You don't even get charged that when you kill someone.
That's right.
Well,
You
yeah.
said
Happening
it right.
cocaine, and it wasn't even a traffic case because they threw it out.
Right.
They didn't even have an aspirin.
Right.
And yet, he back there right now, recommended, sitting here like he's a good police officer. And he's a crook in his style.
That's right.
Your opinion.
That's an opinion in his fact.
That's right.
How they threw the case out.
That's
I don't
right.
give opinion. When I talk facts. And I want to just tell the officer, the good officer, and you should be proud that someone is standing up that want to say that we're going to attack the good officer. And we're going to weed out those bad crooks. We're going to weed them out. And we're not going to sit here and let you just railroad our people in the community. No, we're not going to tolerate that. We're not going to tolerate it. But yet, we gonna ask the citizens to bag these officers because we know we have trouble in the neighborhood.
Right.
We don't need to be fighting each other.
Right.
We are here together to work with each other.
Right.
You need us and we need you.
Right.
So we're not here to just say officer is bad because that's not true.
Right.
We got too many good officers. We just need to weed out the bad.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Anytime. You sit around here and then you come to a meeting that you know you corrupt. And you know you corrupt and you be the first one to show up. And you protect and you standing there around these good officers. Matter of fact, you standing right by the chief of police. And I'm hoping he is a good officer. A good leader. We need good leaders in this town.
Yes, we do.
We need good leaders.
Time for change.
Why?
That's right. We want to give, listen, I want to give the good officers and the good leaders in this town a hand clap.
Right.
Because we need that.
Right.
Right, we also need good city councilmen though.
Amen.
If y'all have been on the councilman
There you
for
go.
so long
There
and
you
y'all
go.
I can tell you
represent
this,
this community right here,
and I want to
then
think.
why don't you clean
I
it
wanna
up?
think.
Help these people of this community and clean
I
it
want
up.
to thank Reverend Miller.
Clean it up.
Because if you understand, in one council, among many, that do not want to call when a thing is corrupt, people running high. Nobody want to call out wrong. When everything is going right, you don't need good leaders. You need good leaders when the train does jump the track.
No, we need leaders.
And we need to bring them back on the track.
365 days a year that will come in and do their job. And you don't do your job. You sit here and criticize the police department. Look in the mirror, buddy. Look in the mirror.
And it's good to have citizens that can come out and voice an opinion, even though it may not be right.
And sir,
And that's
that
what
man
is happening.
behind you,
Thank
I
you,
wouldn't
Molly.
stand
Thank you,
beside
Molly.
him.
Yeah.
We're
Turn it loose.
We're
Turn it loose.
the black, white card. The black and white card. Come together and unite and clean up this community. There's corrupt. There's corrupt in the council. There's corrupt officials. Hey, go file a complaint, buddy. Go file a complaint.
Once you start, the citizens get uproar.
Yeah, I get uproar because I'm sick and tired of this thing.
This is never going to be a black and white. It's always going to be a
It's
brown
always
and
black
white.
and white. Why are you
So we're
here
going
today?
to continue to stand.
Why are we at the Innocent City Police Department?
We're going to continue to stand for what's right. And in the
And you don't stand for you. Do not
And we
stand
also
for
gonna talk about
anything
these
right.
Then we're going to weed out these crooks. There's no reason why.
Right, so resign, buddy, resign. Let's start with you, resign.
What is wrong with you telling somebody to resign? We don't want to get. We don't want to.
Because they're crooked. They're crooked. We have crooked cops. They need to get out. He needs to get
Leadership
out.
starts at the council.
Once again, we're going to turn it over to Ralph,
When is the next city meeting?
and then we'll come back.
When is the next city meeting?
My name is Ralph Bradford. I have a letter here. Okay, I have a letter here from a citizen. But her complaint is she was driving through. She come up on the block of Glen Addy and 4th Street. She made a left turn at Glen Addy and 4th Street, heading east towards Noble Street. Now, those of you all who's familiar with the area realize once you pass that stop sign and turn left there at Glen Addy and 4th Street, there is no more stop sign until you get to the traffic light. Am I right?
Right.
This lady was given a traffic ticket. The cop, she passed the cop right there at Glen Addy Baptist Church or whatever they did. They passed
Right.
each other right there.
Right.
Cop U-turned, came back around. She says in her letter, pulled her over and says she ran a stop sign. Now you all just stated there is no stop sign once you leave 4th and Glen Addy. Am I right?
Right.
Heading east.
Right.
There's only a traffic light there on Noble.
Right.
This lady was given a ticket, and it says the ticket cost her $400. Now, back to another conversation I had last week on the radio. I made
Well,
it
that
known
don't mean she was gonna win.
that we have people
That don't mean she was gonna win.
of Anderson policemen calling us niggas,
They always talking
talking about Mexicans, talking about Chinese people, showing their good old boy ism.
Is that
They realize that the community is definitely upset. What we're trying to do is diffuse it.
Okay, is that
Lady, I am not talking to you.
Well,
Please.
you're not.
No,
So
you're
we're
not
the
important.
community.
Now, we have,
Yeah, baby.
it's that attitude that is being displayed by these officers right
Miss
now.
May?
That's why we're here
I
today.
asked you a question.
All we're asking for is fairness. Police officers of the city of Anderson is
Well, I have something to say. I have something to
Who are
say.
white. The black community is tired of being shoved around, pushed around, and walked on by these young white police.
Well, I got something to say. I mean,
Now,
he's
the
talking.
only answer to that, the only answer to that is, now Chief McGrady said that he keeps 2 lists of people to apply for to become police officers.
Do what?
He said he keeps a white list and he said he keeps a black list. Am I right, Chief? Now, one of the problems that we have is we do not have enough African American young black males trying to apply for police officers. We need
Thank
that.
you.
So if
And that's
we
what
want
all
to
this is
balance
about.
out
Instead of
the
coming
problem with the
together
white
and
officers,
instead of
all
saying
I'm
black
saying
and white,
is we
there's
need
people
more
like
young
this
black
that keep
officers
it
applying for
going.
the job.
I went, well, hey, I went to Anderson, have tons of African American friends. And you want to talk about racial profiling? I got pulled over by a black police officer here
Let me
in your
say-
community.
Let me say again, we thank you for your participation.
Wow.
But again, the police officers are here, and we ask for a peaceful and calm press conference. If someone wants to talk after we're finished, then they may do so. Now, I do have in my hand, I'm going to pass it out to the news reporters, the DVD of a police officer said that he was fed up of being harassed by the police force. Police officer.
No longer with
Being
the
harassed
racial
by the
profiling
police force.
should be.
I have been I have been asked about my attitude toward the police force. I think my attitude toward the police force is a good one. As an elected official, it is my duty and responsibility to help and protect the police force and to provide for them the best that I possibly can. But it's also my duty and responsibility to hear what the citizens of this community are saying.
And to take
And
care of the
once I
community.
hear what the community is saying,
Which is
it
evident
my
he does
duty
not
and
do.
responsibility to address those concerns. I am addressing these concerns. Now, on this DVD, you will see for yourself, these are all words from the officer about telling and killing Hispanics, arresting Hispanics and Mexicans and things of this nature. It is very concerning. During the recent immigration law that has been passed in Alabama, and now is put on hold by the federal judge, which is good, that we may examine. These are preconceived remarks that are being made right now. I do believe that something has to be done with people coming into this country illegally. But when we have these statements, you will see for yourself, then this is very concerning to anyone, again, to our community. I think that we have to be careful, and we want to stop the shooting, stop the stealing, stop crime.
Amen.
We want to do that.
Amen.
And we want to work with the community in doing that all that we can. And at the same time, we must address these issues.
How you gonna stop doing all that and you ain't got no jobs here now?
And at
Man,
these
you can't
times,
stop doing
and at
all
these
that.
Thank you,
got no
thank
jobs.
you. We don't care about this community.
jobs, man.
Today is about black and white. That's all it
All
is.
that. You
This
ain't got
is
no
all
jobs
this
around
meeting is
here.
about.
You ain't
Black
got no
and
jobs
white.
around here.
Thank
You got
you.
all the jobs down there and offer down there, man. Put all the jobs back in Nelson, man. Put all the jobs back in Nelson, man. You can stop all that stealing this stuff, man. Stop all that stealing this stuff, man.
anti-cyber crime.
Today.
We are
I
here.
mean, do that, man.
We have,
Oh, shit, ain't no jobs down there.
Today.
Ain't no jobs
we
down
have,
there.
we have a 15